Welcome into my newest video. This one is Wag the Dog, and it is in the Project Valkyrie mod. So this is all a mod, and it's the next gen playthrough, and it's one I like. And I noticed the last video I put of this Pacific Quest was over 2 years ago. So this is the next gen, and it went really well, no crashes or nothing. And I'm going to edit this as I'm going, meaning I'm going to stop it, and I might cut out, like some of the fighting or walking around or whatnot, some of the BS. And we start off from the last video. We just kept on going. And there is a lot of fighting during this. For heaven's sakes, you can see I'm not much of a fighter, right? I like story, and this has a good story to it. I'm even thinking of where I may just trim down some of the stuff so it's not such a long video too.
You sure you want to do this?
We have enemies here. And I just did this, did this, so, so it's a dog, an enemy dog, and my wolf, Shay, right here, I really like Shay, and she, I think she took care of it for us. They're night strikers. They go invisible, and that's what BOS is. He's a night striker, and it's a mod. My wolf is Shay the Wolf, and you have to go to the website to get that mod. I have so many mods in my archive, it's pathetic. So I just go to my archive. And I'm sure it's still there. I would think it's still at her website. And I play around when I'm waiting on these screens, I just kind of fart around, move things, and just, yeah. And in the past, I had mods to quicken this up and such, but plus, I don't even know if they work with the next gen. A lot of stuff have issues with the next gen. Okay, we're in the bunker, and I save a lot. I'm just letting you know, I do real saves. You'll see the exit save there. That's just my camera because they use the same hotkey.
Hi, how are you?
And I think that was a guy.
Hi, how are you?
It was talking like a woman. It's a bug that gets in the game. It's just kind of funny, And I do have
Hey there, anything I can do for you?
Dance with me. And I don't know if I ever had him with me when I went through this. So I wanted to see what would happen,
I have some information that might prove beneficial to both of us. It's classified, but I can tell you it involves Liberty Prime.
Now there's something you don't hear every day.
My
Can you show me
girl
what you're
looks
talking about?
pale.
Sure.
Wow.
Here you go.
Look at how pale
Liberty
she looks.
Prime override codes? Is this what I think it is?
I haven't been up too long, but I have been, I caught a streamer that I like to watch, and he was building.
What do you know about him?
About Liberty Prime? He's a giant pre-war combat robot. The Brotherhood used
But
him
then
to
I got
defeat the
onto
Enclave
this,
about 10
and
years
it
ago.
took,
But Prime was
I don't
destroyed
know,
in the
hour and a
process.
half
The Brotherhood has spent
do
the
this
past
quest.
decade trying to repair him.
Boy, oh boy, my girl.
Why don't
She's
you tell
almost-
me
she
what's
looks
so interesting
unhealthy.
about this?
If the info on that holotape is for real, this accelerates our timeline. There's a plan we've been working on, a project to oust Maxon and return the Brotherhood of Steel to the ideals of Owen Lyons. But it's easier said than done.
What do you mean by that?
The nonsense from Henry Kasdan and his gang runs pretty deep in the Brotherhood these days. And that's not something that changes overnight. I'll see what I can do about turning these codes into a functional remote control for Prime. In the meantime, there's a friend of mine you should meet.
So, give me the details.
She's stationed at a safe house nearby. There's not much else I can share, except she's the key to moving this forward. And she has
And
a
this
son.
is when we
His
get
name's Owen.
Owen,
He's been living here at
the,
the base recently,
her kid.
training as a squire. Don't get me wrong, he's a good kid, but besides turning my hair prematurely gray, he's been bugging me nonstop.
His
about
father
things
is
with mom.
Baxton
Look,
from the
honestly, I
Brotherhood
just need a break from
of
this kid
Steel.
for a little bit. If you wouldn't mind
He's
escorting
the
Owen to
in
the safe
charge
house, it's a
of the
short walk from here
Brotherhood
across the
of
river.
Steel. That's his dad. And I'm jumping ahead if you haven't played this.
Always happy to help.
Great. Talk
I
to
should
Owen
keep
when
my
you're
mouth
ready,
shut.
and he'll show you the way.
Yeah, and then they warn you, and this is why I like some of these mods, these big mods, because this is a big mod. The mod author, he'll just warn you, if you have anything to do, you better get it done before continuing. And in this playthrough, I don't even have,
Is it worth breaking off pieces?
I didn't even bring down the Institute yet or nothing. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, play out. I just don't know. Each playthrough is different, and I save a lot. Again, I'll say that a couple times throughout
Hi
this
there.
playthrough.
I overheard you guys talking. Is it true you can really control Liberty Prime?
And in my playthroughs, I like the kids,
Oh? What
because they
have
are
you
the
heard?
future,
I've heard all stories about Prime. I wish I could have seen him in action, but he got destroyed before I was born. We gotta go tell my mom about this. She's gonna flip.
And I had Arson
Just
dressed
how
in the
old are
same
you?
outfit he's in.
13? I mean, I will be someday. I'm only
Someday.
9 for now, but I'll be 10 really soon. I heard some of the scouts in the bunker talking. They said you're really good at fighting raiders and super mutants. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll run across some.
Well,
on the
my
way.
team
And you
is.
can teach me a thing or two about how to fight. So, you ready to head out?
War isn't a game, kid. Let's get out of here.
All right. lead
I
the way.
have played this a few times, but I still, because every game play is different.
What's the
Every
plan?
game is different. So I always read over and then do what choice my character in whatever playthrough I'm doing would say. So I save through doors big time because you're taking your life in your hands when you're walking through a door of modded Fallout 4. But it still went through fine, but that's not the point. The point is it could crash. And I could have just went ahead and talked through the whole thing when I was actually
You
playing,
got
but I don't know if I'm going to crash, if I'm not, what's going to happen. So I just, I'm doing commentary after I went ahead and did this on camera. It's a process, but I don't know. I think this way I can cut out some of the nonsense, and make the video shorter by doing so. That's one of my builds. And then here's another another mod that I want to do someday. It's the train, and I've done it a few times, but it's super old mod, but I always enjoyed it. And it's right over here by Oberlin Station, and I like the assets of the game and such. But yeah, we'll see what happens, how it works in the next gen playthrough. Because let's face it, it's a super old mod, and I did have some issues with it when I did play it. That's the train, and but then again, the next time I didn't have issues, so who knows? I do not have a mod installed which uses this location, and so I was kind of
I really thought more grass and trees
expecting
would have grown back by now.
the people here, but the NPCs, but they weren't here because I'm not running that set of mods in this one. Who was just talking was Project Valkyrie. That was Valkyrie in Project Valkyrie.
Bunch of
We
damn
don't keep
savages.
her for a long time, by the way. I just don't see a need to keep her. And like I said, there's a lot of fighting. I use the automatic. It's just easier on my hands. And then I typically jump before anything blows up. That way I don't get any of the damage, as if I can get damage anyway. I play normal, but everybody knows how I play who's watched me. I mean, come on. I could bullshit you, but I'm not. Why? Okay, now this is all the mod, and those are my followers right now. And I get rid of Valkyrie because I have the kid now, and I'm going to have his mother here soon. And hell, I have my crew plus Dance. I have a lot of followers. And I always have my crew with me, so they do most of my fighting. I'm the supervisor, and it's just a joke we say here, you know. But for you know, you diehard people who like to fight and stuff, shoot, you know, there's a lot of added guns and everything. Okay, this is, and she's also, I'm told, in Fallout 3, I think it is.
I'm just looking for the
I haven't
mayonnaise.
played
Maybe you could grab it for me?
through
Kitchen,
Fallout
second shelf,
3.
right next to the Instamash. No sudden
Not
moves,
sure I
all
got
right?
out of the vault,
Mom, don't
to
worry.
be honest
It's
with
cool.
you.
She's with me.
Owen, sweetie, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's his mom.
Look, Mom, you really need to see this. You're never gonna believe what we found.
Uh-oh. What have you gotten yourself into this time?
You know those stories you always tell me about Liberty Prime? Well, our new friend found the source codes to hack into him. Fiona's gonna build a remote control.
Yeah,
with
we
codes,
got that
and then we can guide
through
Prime
the
remote.
last
Make him shoot at
video.
the Pridwin, Preston Garvey, or whatever target we want. How fucking cool is that?
Owen, language. We've talked about
I've
this.
always said that
I know,
to my
I'm sorry.
kids too.
But check it out. With Liberty Prime on our team, we can take back the Brotherhood, and you can be Elder again.
One step at a time there, champ. It's a little more complicated than that. Let's not get carried away.
Okay, what's really going on here? Who are you, anyway?
It's okay,
Oh, and
Mom.
I
She's
usually
a
give
friend.
an
You
update
can
about
tell
my
her.
mystery.
I don't think
he's
so.
sleeping.
Only 4 people know the truth. And I'm not
Typically,
about
this
to
is
jeopard-
when I'm sleeping too,
Wait,
but
did you hear that? Someone's here.
that didn't happen. I slept, kind of overslept. I got like 12 hours in. It was ridiculous, but I must needed it. See, there's Dance, and I didn't know if he was going to turn on us, and he never did. I try to go for the head, headshots, but I don't always succeed. But then I'm really not much of a fighter. Yeah, but Dance never turned on us throughout the whole thing, and I like that. I also have unlimited carry, and there's console command for that. Yeah, I use a lot of console commands, a lot of mods. And someone is talking. That's a small town. We can, if somebody's outside, usually we can hear them. Typically, I sleep during the day, so. See, there's Valkyrie there, and I'll send her home.
Excuse me.
What's the latest?
You see, it's really hard when you got so many
Got a minute?
followers, and
Okay.
that's why.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Anytime.
See, what I'm trying to do is talk, to Sarah here.
I think you owe me some answers. You show up here out of the blue, and not 2 minutes later, we get ambushed. How do you explain that?
And I'm keeping Dance just to see what happens, to see if he will. And he already fought against other Brotherhoods of Steel guys, so I think
Fine. You got me.
I've got
I'm an
his
Institute
affinity
spy, and we want our
everything.
data back.
Mom? I think that might have been my fault. I kind of forgot to lock the door again on the way in. Sorry.
Oh, and really, how many times do I have to remind you? There are some crazy motherfuckers out there.
Mom, language.
Yeah, if you're telling your kid not to curse, then you shouldn't be cursing either.
Should I come back when you're less busy?
Sorry, it's been one of those days. Look, I know you have questions, but it's not safe here. We need
Yeah,
to find a
her
more secure
skin tone is
location.
way too
Grab whatever
dark
supplies you
for
need
a
and let me know
blonde,
when you're ready to
blue-eyed
go.
lady. But look at me, my character. She was so pale.
Hey there.
What's new?
Yeah, I'm sending her away. Because,
Can I talk to you?
Something on
she
your
just
mind?
doesn't, she's just not part
I think
of
I need to run my mission solo for a while.
my story
Don't be a
right
stranger
now.
now.
And typically she's not. Typically I send her away.
I could do with a resupply if there's a town near.
But I know of people who keep her throughout their game, and that's cool. I just don't. My Gage there, he's smoking a cigarette, and I don't know why his cigarette isn't being seen. I worked on it a little bit, but I figure, he's usually smoking, but you just can't see his cigarette. So, anywho. And that just means I have some mods that aren't playing nice together. But it's not that big a deal to ruin my whole game, for a cigarette. Who cares? Okay, and this is telling the story of basically her getting pregnant. Her and Max, I could be saying his name wrong, Maxton. They were friends, and he was only 12 or something when they had sex, and she got pregnant by him. And she's not that much older than him, so. But you can stop it and read it. I typically don't read these out loud. Main reason why is I need to get my glasses on, and it's just not worth it. Not worth it to me. It is a good story, though, but it's just long. In fact, I played with mods for so long, sometimes the vanilla stuff, I forget what's vanilla, even, in this game. But then they added more stuff to the next gen just to confuse me more, And it's really quiet here when my mister isn't playing his game. And some of these mods, they do have a huge story on the computers, you know. But this one sticks to the, I think it sticks to the lore, but then I spoke with somebody who played all the games, and he knew a lot about all the games. And he was playing survival, by the way. But anywho, he was streaming, and I mentioned, you know, this mod and everything, and then he opened my eyes to some things, you know, because I looked up some of the stuff, and he was right, you know. So maybe to somebody who knows the Lord like he does, and like other people do, who've played all the Fallouts, maybe this would be a little bit disjointed, you know. But for me, I didn't play all those, so. Oh, the dog just came in, probably wondering who I'm talking to. Oh, and he's not gonna like my mister being he's sleeping. He may just say, "Hey, yo, wake up." We have recliners, by the way, and that's how we play our game. And so if he's tired, he just sits back in his recliner and goes to sleep. And I'm like, how do you do that? Because I can't do that. And then he wakes back up, and I think he has some games downloading. He got done with that Ghost of whatever, and he uninstalls his games for, yeah, I should copy that, but I don't. Oh, he was playing on his PS5 though, so. I play on computer anymore. We have PS4s, 5, the 5, and then 3, PS3 and Xbox. I'm using the Xbox as a movie player now. We're basically, well, he's retired. I'm disabled, so we're basically retired, and you know, retired people spend their money in different ways. We just soon spend it on video games, and yeah, so we do. And I save. I'm telling you, I save a lot, but it's better than crashing and having to redo things and all that good stuff.
Hey,
we're
but
not
again,
gonna
I
come
didn't
back here anytime
crash this
soon.
whole
Did you grab
time.
what you needed?
So yeah, you can take
Don't worry
all
about
her
me.
stuff in here if you
I'm all
want.
set.
By the way,
I just
I saw you accessing my
I
terminal.
didn't.
Find anything interesting?
Just trying
I
to figure out who
never
you are.
do.
No plundering.
That's
swear.
Logan. He's
So
from
now
Vault
5 people
4,
know.
Fortville
Great.
Bond.
Any
I like him,
questions?
and he's part of our group, so I always make sure Fortville is working so I can go get him.
Why do you think the Brotherhood is coming?
You mean why now? I'm not sure. Even if Maxon knows I'm alive, I find it hard to believe he'd order a hit. As long as I'm around, though, and Owen is alive to one day
You see,
take my
Maxon
place,
doesn't
we're a
know
threat.
she's still alive.
So,
She's supposed
anything's
to be
possible.
dead, and she's been hiding all this time.
What's Liberty Prime?
He's a giant combat robot, designed pre-war but never used. We found him in the DC wasteland below what
I
used
would
to
have
be the
liked
Pentagon,
it
and
if,
got him working
you know,
again.
there was
Prime
some
helped us take
dialogue
out the
where she
Enclave about
tells
10
him
years ago,
that
but in the process he
Owen
was
is
destroyed.
his son.
The Brotherhood has been
You know,
trying to rebuild him ever since. Theoretically,
You know,
if we
some
have the
some
override
guys want to
codes
be
control
fathers,
Liberty
you know.
Prime, that would neutralize the Brotherhood's power in the Commonwealth.
Well,
But that by itself
if you're a
isn't enough to
guy, of
overthrow
course you
Maxon.
know.
Too many within the Brotherhood are still loyal to his philosophy. We need more leverage.
I know my
Why did
sons
you
would
leave the
probably like
Brotherhood
to
in the
know,
first
you
place?
know, if they're a
It's
father or not.
complicated. I thought you said you read the terminal in my bedroom.
Don't worry. I'll keep your secret.
Thanks, I appreciate that. On to the matter at hand. The Brotherhood doesn't attempt hits like this without backup. More soldiers are likely camped out nearby. One
I was
way or another,
surprised
we'll
that
need to
dance
take them
didn't
out.
interrupt more.
There's a town just outside the bunker. That's probably where their reinforcements are located. You think you can handle this?
But I'm thinking he went along because I don't think there's any more I can do with
I'm no
dance.
stranger to
I mean, I
combat.
could
All right, let's
send
head
him
out.
away because
We need
I'm
to
all
move
through,
quickly
but I
before we
wanted to
lose the
see what
chance
he
to
would
surprise
do.
them.
Got it. Let's go.
Owen, you stay behind me. No hero bullshit, understood?
There she goes again. And she wonders where I get it from.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my one son, he loses his cool sometimes, and I have a bad temper. So, you wonder where he gets it from. Well, hello, I know I've lost it a couple times in front of him, which isn't a good thing, but kids are sponges. Now this, as soon as you get out of here, there's like a bunch of fighting, and it seems to me like the next gen they added. Oh, but then again, I always play with mods that add things to the game. However, in the next gen, it seems like they added enemies as well. So it's overbearing sometimes, but I like my mods.
Elder Maxon.
I think I'm going to skip through some of this because you see what is going on. So. Actually, I went ahead because I was going to take out some of this fighting, but it's really not that much fighting. So I'll just leave it in. It's more of a pain to take it out than it is just leave it, so I just left it. You could see, I let my guys take care of most things because, again, I'm not much of a fighter. And yeah, this is a single shooter or whatever, but I don't care. I really don't care. See, I loot and I heal my guys when they're down, but I pretty much let them deal with fighting. In fact, on some of these games, you'll have like a boss fight. And I didn't know that term until I was watching streamers, by the way. They taught me what bosses were, because I didn't know what that term meant. But anywho, my guys, I just kind of let them. In some of the games, I'll go get my son, because he's really good at these fighting
I'll
and
make short
stuff.
work of you.
I get a little frustrated. It's like, I can't kill him, He's like, well, it's supposed to take you a while. It's like, I don't want to. So he'll come back here and he'll help us, because my mister, he cut off his thumb and they sewed it back on through his hip. So, yeah, his hip bone. So, yeah, so he has problems with his hips now, too. But anyway, he's got his thumb, but it just doesn't work. So some of the fighting, he does really good at fighting, I think. And he likes to. But sometimes you just can't. He just can't move his finger, So the son will help him, too, sometimes. See, we have to get the last one, and that's kind of who I'm looking for. Because if you get the last guy, then it's pretty much over, and I don't have to sit here and fight.
You're making a big mistake here.
And this is at the, oh, you probably saw when we got here, that lagoon or whatever. And this is also a, another mod has stuff going on here, but again, I don't have that set of mods in this playthrough. And they go underwater. You got to be really careful, not if you're looting, not to get the water, because you drink that water, it's nasty.
What's wrong with your
And a whole bunch of ferals are here.
Are we winning?
I do remember that part in normal next gen playthrough. Even in the old game, there was a lot of enemies here.
For victory. Ad Victoria.
And I'm looking for that last guy, right? And then I found him. You'll see where I find the doodad. And see, Dance, he kind of confused me a couple times because, you know, we're supposed to be killing Brotherhood here. See, he's underneath the water. And I was like, ah, crap, you know. So I'm trying not to drink the water, you know. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff on here because I loot so much, you know. What, 6,900 pounds right now. And see, I make caps every day because I set up my my economy first thing with my settlements. So I don't really need to do anything for money. I get 500 and some odd caps a day, and I just don't spend them, you know. And I got 10 level ups, and I need to deal with that. But again, I don't really care. I play with mods, you know, so. Oh, I also, I got console commands in the Outer Worlds now too. I haven't done anything with them, but I did put a mod in to clean the windows of my ship. So cleanliness is very good, you know, because you can see out, you know. Big into saving. See, and I'll take all this junk that I'm collecting and I'll take it to my settlement. I'll put it in the workbench for them to sell, and then I get part of that money too. So, so yeah, I'm not hurting for money, that's for sure.
Better if you just run.
And that's just the way I play. There's so many different ways of playing this, it's unreal.
You gotta do what it takes to survive.
No, and I can't even jump through there. It's like, okay. I have jumping up at 500. That it's not too high as to kill yourself when you come down, but see, she's underwater, right? So I'm sitting here waiting for her to, and I have darker nights on here because I have the weather mod. So so yeah, it gets pretty dark.
Oh boy.
If this was a video game, that would have been worth a shitload of XP.
Yeah, they add little things to the game. It's a good mod. I like it, and it works fine with the
Nice
next
work
gen.
back
It
there.
looks like.
You all right?
I've been in worse situations, but it's not something I want to do every day.
Yeah. See,
Asshole.
these guys are supposed to be protecting me when I'm in build mode and when I'm talking to people. But you see how that
Excuse
goes.
me.
Nice work back there. You all right?
I've been in worse situations, but it's not something I want to do every day.
You and me both. So hey, we gotta figure out why this happened. What was on that note you picked up? Does it say who ordered the hit?
Captain Kells.
Kells? Really? As in registration KS-390LC? Stick up the ass, Lancer Captain Kells? That's weird. I thought he was just a glorified pilot. Did you find anything else interesting?
I found a map that shows some sort of compound nearby.
I was afraid of that. Look, we've gotta go. I'll explain on the way, but every minute we stall is one more we can't afford to spend.
I want to hear the details first.
We have a spy in the Brotherhood of Steel. His name is Chase, and he's the reason we've been able to keep tabs on Maxon for the past several years. I've never met him personally, but I know where his hideout is. If Kells found me, odds are he's on to Chase as well. We need to warn Chase before the Brotherhood gets to him. Let's get moving.
And I walked through some of this. You know, I walked, but then I finally fast travel. I'm not on survival. I'm just on normal, so I can fast travel. Even if I was on survival, I could still fast travel. So who are we kidding? I'm just following the map there. Because frankly, I can't even see in this game. See the it jerked there because you know, I was losing my frame rates. You know, it dropped right there. I'm sure it has something to do with that helicopter up there. Maybe my settlement too, because it's a big settlement. My settlements are outrageous sometimes, but I have a lot of settlements, and they're all yeah, they get pretty big. And this is my overland station. We're not here to deal with the settlement. We're just here to pass through. But then, then I believe I stopped and went and slept a while so we could just pass time of day because I can't see. So I have horrible night vision anyway, but I like the mod too, you know, the darker nights, because it makes sense, you know. And Gage and I are a couple in here. We've had one kid so far, and he's taking care of the island in here, settlement, the island settlement. I put him in charge of that. Yeah, so you just stand there in my settlement. Guns just take care of it, so why bother? And I didn't want to really deal with all this other crap. So I do fast travel.
This is going to be a pleasure.
I just waited back here. This gun has a scope and stuff, and I modded it in-game, you know, to be able to...
Target down.
And my guys are doing most of the damage. And see, Shay is supposed to go ahead of me. And she takes down anybody who's an enemy, or she tries to, you know. And that's her job. And then Boris and Dog Meat typically stay around me because that's their job. And I hear all the fighting and stuff, so I think I do fast travel here. I know, I just played it. I just played it, but I don't remember every step I take. I also have the Pip-Boy app. I don't have it on right now, but it's for if you have more than one display, which most everybody does anymore. And you can fast travel and collect things and all that stuff from the app in the other display. But that's why I'm saying I can fast travel in survival, no problem.
Found them. Taking damage.
And what's funny about my Mr. Sleeping, usually if I start talking, he'll start like talking in his sleep and stuff. And I'm thinking it's kind of answering me in a way, you know, but it's funny. Okay, the kid disappeared, if you didn't notice. Oh, and dance is still the Brotherhood. If you've played this before, you know what I'm talking about. Usually I put him in a suit. Or no, I put him in the Shroud outfit because I think he looks good in it. And that's what I've done for, God, years. Because I like him in that outfit. I don't know what he would look like in a suit. I might try that. Hey, I might as well have my guys looking good, right? I mean, if you notice, I have usually all guys. I don't have many women. I have them until I don't need them anymore, and I get rid of them. Now, sometimes my guys, I can't give them stim packs. Well, you just do the resurrect command, and they're fine. But I didn't have to do that either today. I don't think. See, and she runs back to you all happy because she did what she was supposed to do. And she's a force. My dog there, boy, she's a force to be reckoned with. See the albino night strikers. Because I have Boris, and it puts other night strikers into the game. And I tried hard not to shoot Sarah, because she might aggro on me and get all pissy and turn on me, you know, and I don't need that kind of drama in my life. Because then I have to console command her to be nice again. Okay, this is where we're going. And it's best to save. I have what, 350, I don't know, one now. It changes my mod count and stuff.
Before you use it.
Because I had some mods in
Damn
there
it,
that weren't
too late.
doing any good, so I took them out.
What exactly are we looking for?
Let's make sure this area is locked down before we do anything else.
I'm on it.
Chase kept meticulous notes about any Brotherhood dirt he found. If we can locate his diary, it should provide us with some leverage.
And this isn't my first rodeo,
Hopefully he had a
right?
good
I
enough
played
hiding
this
spot to
several
throw off the
times, so I
Brotherhood
know,
search team.
you know.
This might take a while.
Great. That's just great.
Hey, is it me, or does something seem off about this floor plan? I'll bet you a cold glass of water there's more to this bunker than meets the eye. Check around and see if you can find a secret panel or something.
See, Gage is holding his cigarette, but there's no cigarette. I think it's funny. It was working there for a while, but then Smart Me,
This is
I got
cozy.
another mod that uses the same animations. And yeah, something happened there. It's like if you get on the web and look at the Walt Disney photos of him, he'll be holding a cigarette. But because of today and these kids being, you know, in glass huts, they erased his cigarette. So he'll sit there and you'll see it. You can go to the web and see it. And they've taken out his cigarette because Walt Disney was a huge smoker. But they don't want kids seeing that, so it's just funny. And yes, Walt Disney was a real person.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm just looting everything, you know, while I'm here, because why not, you know. Oh, Owen was smoking. Now, I don't condone the kids smoking, but that's what he's doing. He's throwing away his cigarette. I'm not big on kids smoking. But that's what he was doing, and
Terminal's got this locked.
oh, I think I did.
Why do you
Maybe I
pick
didn't
that stuff
console
up?
through this. Maybe I
What?
got it.
Don't tell me.
But typically, I just console command this. You know, you just put unlock, and it just unlocks it. I'll try, and then if I fail,
Got
I'll
it.
just unlock. No, wait a second. Okay, I took a break there. The UPS guy showed up, the dog started, you know, the mister woke up, I made new coffee, and I went through all this already, and my stupid recorder wasn't even on. But anywho, yeah. So, reading all that is a good thing to do. It just tells you what's going on and some of the Brotherhood crud, you know. Yeah. And I am getting a little tired, so I'm not used to this talking, and I already went through all this, and I'm like, shit, wasn't even recording, doggone it, so I'll try to be talkative. Yeah, see, Max and dance. So it does tell you about dance, but I haven't gotten that far. I haven't even been up in the institute, to be real. So I'm not sure how this playthrough is going to go. I do know last time I did this and I put it up on video was over 2 years ago, and that was in the old Fallout 4. This is the next gen, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I just kind of jogged my memory, and I think I was done with the vanilla game completely. I didn't have dance at the time. I think dance was.
Hey there.
I don't.
Is that Chase's intel?
I don't want to give away about dance, but I had him in his.
Yep, here you go.
All right. That ought to do it.
Oh, the silver
Let's head to the
shroud
Pridwin and confront
costume.
Maxon. Between the
And
Liberty
he looks
crime
really
codes,
good
the
that
Kel's
way, by
hit,
the way.
whatever the dirt on that holotape is, might be enough to pull this off. That is, assuming the Brotherhood doesn't shoot us on sight once we reach the airport.
See, you can cancel the quest if you don't want to continue, but for me, that's a big portion of my gameplay, how I like to do my game.
Let's go.
But
You do the talking, I'll be the intimidating presence.
you know, if you already
Let's
killed
just
him
stay
or
safe until we
whatnot,
reach the
you
Pridwin.
know, it
You're no
wouldn't
good
make
to us if you're
sense
dead.
to your
I'm
with your
counting
game.
on you to help protect Owen.
And then the mod author put this up, which I think is very a good thing to do. You know, if it doesn't fit your game. And then I save a lot. So yeah, I save a lot. Because you never know, but I had no problems with this whatsoever. No crashing. I did stutter a little bit, but I don't know if that already happened. Like I said, I did this all, and then I got to the end, and I was going to turn off my voice recorder, and it wasn't even on, and I was like, God damn it. But, and Night Strikers, it's a mod I won't play without, and it works fine in next gen. And that's where I get Boris at. He's part of my crew now. And they also put wild Night Strikers in, and they have puppies in here too, which attack. And they're kind of cute, you know. But and he'll go invisible. Boris will. Yeah, see, Enclave, and I'm hoping I say that right, but they are put into the next gen. The Enclave is hunting us down. They have orders to hunt us down. So they show up in the game, you know, here and there.
I have to admit, I feel pretty damn secure when you've got my back.
I think I'm at the highest level I can go with dance, but I'm keeping him in to see how this plays out with him being the Brotherhood, you know. But anyway, the Enclave, there is a mod out there that I've played some before, but with next gen, I think it would need to be patched up pretty well to play with the next gen, I would think. But I don't know. I may play it again. I just don't know at this point. And yeah, saving. I made coffee too while I was off, so I'm drinking coffee some more, but I should have this up what, day after tomorrow? I'm trying to do Fallout 4's every other day, and they're on odd days. And now I'm playing the Outer Worlds, and they'll be on the even days. I think it's how it goes. I'm trying to keep up anyway. These take a while. A while to do, you know. And I'm doing the Outer Worlds like I'm doing these, the quests. You know, I'm trying to... Yeah. Oh, and I did get...
Night.
I don't recall if I have this on here or not, but the Outer Worlds, I have my console activated. So far, I only put the mod on to clean the windows of our ship, because I like to look out the windows, you know. Okay. Now, if you already killed them, then, you know,
Well,
you can't do
nobody's
this.
shooting at us yet.
Those two are
That's a
in
good sign.
position. If they're not
Is
in
there anything you
position, you
wish to
gotta
tell
wait
me,
for
Knight?
them, or it'll bug out on you. I do know that. This isn't my first time I played this.
Just trust me when I say it's important.
Very
I didn't
well.
want to come off,
I'm listening.
Hey, Arthur.
you know,
It's
he
been a
is
while.
the
Do you
head of the
remember me?
Brotherhood.
Of course. I'm a bit surprised that you don't realize that by now.
I wasn't sure. You were just 11 back then. All
So
that
she
time
got
we
pregnant
shared,
at
telling
when he was
stories,
11 or
cleaning
12,
our guns, teaching you how to stab a man through the kidneys.
which
It's always
isn't
bothered me I wasn't able
uncommon.
to share the truth with you about what I had to do. I imagine it must have been rough for you, thinking I was dead.
Yes, it was.
But look at you now, all grown up, and the elder of the Brotherhood
And I
of
do
Steel.
wish that there was
I'm
some
proud of you,
dialogue
Arthur.
to tell
I'm
him
glad you feel that
that
way.
Owen is his son.
I just wanted you to know how sorry I am about abandoning
I think
you.
that would have been a
We were
nice
pals,
touch.
and, well, we never got the chance to say a proper goodbye. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
Apologies are meaningless. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. If we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions, even when it means executing one of our own.
So, Caston's plot to assassinate me, he eventually told you, huh? That must have been quite a shock.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen.
I'm sure that's true. But it's water under the bridge.
He
You
was
were
only,
just a
what,
kid.
16
There's
when he
nothing
took
you could
over?
have done. In any case, it's good to see you again. I hope you'll keep an open mind about what I have to tell you.
And I've played with mods for so long, I don't even remember the
Let's just hug this out and get it
vanilla
over with,
way
huh?
this goes.
What do you say?
Let's get right to it then, shall we?
I like to keep
So,
him alive,
here's the deal.
just for my
A rogue
game,
faction
because I
of your
run
squad
into
has been
him
trying to
later.
kill me.
I find that very hard to believe. How did you obtain this information?
You mean the part where some Brotherhood goons barged into my house with explosives and automatic weapons? The part where my 9-year-old kid mowed them down? Or the part where I found an assassination order on the body of the squad leader, pointing back to one of your captains?
And since I've done this
Did you
before,
want
I
his holotags as
try
proof?
to
Before we continue,
I try
I want to
to
make
do
one thing
the
clear. Every
same
operation
ones,
we undertake
same
is a team effort.
choices.
We're called the Brotherhood
that got
of
me through
Steel
it before.
for a reason. You're wasting my time.
Here, see for yourself. It's Kel's handwriting on the assassination order. Are you denying it?
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. I believe there's a bit more to the story than you're telling me. But based on your actions so far, I'm willing to take you at your word.
And you had nothing to do with this?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's a relief.
And there's plenty of dialogue to kill Maxton. You know,
It makes
there's
sense, I
plenty of it.
suppose.
Was there anything
But,
else you need to ask?
I'm trying to
Of
avoid
course,
that.
we've got almost 10 years to catch up on. So, fill me in. What are you into? Give me some details.
And gossip is how I know how
yes.
my
Gossip.
settlements are
My
doing.
one
you know.
weakness.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
Well, then at least answer me one thing. You flew all the way up here to confront an organization that poses no direct threat to you in DC. Why? What is your problem with synths?
Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine.
Arthur, calm
Yeah,
down.
but
I was
that's
just asking.
what he is. He's
Look,
most.
I know how you got that scar on your face. About the death claw that mortally wounded you. The
And of course,
cybernetic
he had no
implants that
choice
saved your
in the
life.
matter.
How one implant led to another, and another, until, well, rumor is you spend nearly all your time on the bridge. You don't eat, you don't sleep. As far as anyone knows, don't even shit. Some would say you're turning into a cyborg.
Not at all. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Did he really just quote Hitler?
Arthur, surely
it's
you
kinda
realize
clever
that at
how
some
they-
point the goals of
How they
cybernetics
made
and
the
synthetics become
conversation make
indistinguishable.
sense.
Robots evolve to become more human, and humans enhance themselves to become more like robots. I hope you're aware of the irony when you pass judgment on synths.
I am. But I need you to view this from my perspective. The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths must be eliminated. At all costs.
But listen to what you're saying. Destroying the Institute and all of its tech doesn't serve your goals. You understand that the Brotherhood's primary directive is to acquire and preserve technology, right?
Don't insult my intelligence.
Easy there, Slugger. I'm just trying to look out for the Brotherhood's best interests.
So it appears we share a common goal.
Yeah, see, and they're not.
If you can't get along,
They're
it's gonna
not
be hard
buying
to
me in
accomplish
the
anything.
game. Nobody
Think
really
about
is.
what's inside the Institute for a minute.
If I can keep
They've
people
got
living.
microscopes, bulletproof glass,
It just
security
gives you
cameras,
more
LED
gameplay.
lights, pneumatic and hydraulic motors. There's computers, a nuclear reactor, excavation machines, filtration equipment, and even functional coffee machines. Not to mention, they probably have tens of thousands of energy cells to power the Brotherhood's weaponry.
And spiffy courser jackets. Don't forget about those.
You make a fair point.
And you still want to level the place?
I've never been more certain about anything in my life. The Institute menace has to be eliminated.
And at this point, I don't even know who the father is. I don't know any of that in my game.
the Institute wants the same things
I
you
still
do.
have the cursor
We can
chip
find a
that
way to
needs to
work
be
together.
Look, Arthur, I'm gonna make this
decoded.
simple. I didn't come here to give you a hard time. I'm your pal. Always have been. But please understand that I have a duty to the Brotherhood. The true East Coast Brotherhood. That duty entails finding and preserving tech. But it also calls for being a good neighbor to the community.
Yeah, and I haven't done
And the most fundamental part of being a
oh,
good
neighbor
neighbor
quests
is
either.
not blowing up the neighborhood. Is any of this getting through?
Why is she trying to elicit empathy from a sociopath?
I see, and if
Well,
he knew that that was
If
his
nothing
father,
else,
I don't
you
think
have the
he would
courage
have
to
said
stand your
that.
ground.
I do. We're on the same team here, Arthur. But please understand
Because
the
it's
cards
hereditary,
I'm holding.
you know. So.
I've got the override codes to remotely control Liberty Prime. Once he's operational, I can make him target whoever I want, or shut him down altogether. And without control over Prime,
I'm not sure what I'm
your
going to do
offensive
at that
capabilities
point.
are quite limited.
It is kind of fun
I've
to
also got a
use
holotape here
him,
full
but
of
then
intriguing
again,
tidbits
you know,
about you, along with proof of Kels's plot to assassinate me, a plot that happened on your watch. And just for the record, I'm pretty sure I can still kick your ass.
Let's hope it doesn't come to
yeah,
that.
she's just a few years
let's hope
older
it
than
does.
him.
That's entirely up to you, Arthur. From what I've seen, You're in way over your head here. You've got no idea what your subordinates are doing. You're hell-bent on destroying valuable technology. And, by stationing the Pridwin here, you've placed the Brotherhood's most valuable personnel and assets directly in harm's way. Just waiting for some drunk, RPG-toting raider who's having a bad day to blow your ass out of the sky. So, why don't you let me take
Yeah,
this
I'm
mess
so
off your
far
hands
off
for a
from the
while?
vanilla playthrough.
Take a
It's
break,
just pathetic
explore
at this
what the
point.
Commonwealth has to offer, and have a little fun for once.
Because in my game, I'm head of everything. You know, I got her ear on the Brotherhood. I
Aren't you
will be
curious about the
owning the
Commonwealth and
institute.
what it has to offer?
Everything.
It's too late for that now.
That's
On the
typically
contrary,
how I play this.
You're a young man.
She's a
You've got
lawyer.
your
She's
whole
not
life in front
stupid,
of
you know.
I realize Caston and his cronies trained you to think a certain way, to distrust outsiders, to hate certain groups. But the real enemy here is not the Institute. It's the unrealistic expectations the Brotherhood set for you ever since you were a child, telling you your soul was forged from eternal steel, the last in line of the great Maxons. The Brotherhood spent so much time
And
lecturing
he's not,
you
right?
about who
Because
you were supposed
Owen
to become.
is a
They
Maxton.
never let you discover who you
Or,
really
you know.
are. There's still time, Arthur. Take a break. Go find yourself. All I'm saying is head out there and enjoy your 20s. Hit some jets, get some strange ass, and see what the Commonwealth is all about before you decide whether to blow the place up or not.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Don't be so naive.
Come on, Arthur.
And
I'm
they
just
make a
trying to make
good
this
power
easier for
couple,
you.
right?
Work with
Him
me.
and her.
I don't intend to debate this any longer. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse.
Okay. Then let me put this another way. I'm issuing a formal challenge against your authority as Elder. If you think you can take me, then we'll settle this matter as it was written in the litany. In combat. Or
And him
you
being
can choose what's
half
behind door
robot,
number
you know, who's going to
and
win
take a
that
much
one?
needed vacation. What do you want to do?
See, we need to
This is an
talk
opportunity you
to
will never
Maxton
have again.
here.
Don't be stupid. Don't pass it up.
Your sincerity in this matter has been rather surprising.
Quit stalling, Arthur. If you want to fight me, let's do it. Right here, right now.
That won't be necessary.
You give up then?
Standing down.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on,
same
really?
thing, but,
You made
you
me
know.
sit through all that for nothing?
I'm proud of you, Arthur. You're doing the right thing. Everyone else okay with this?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right then, Arthur.
And it
You're
still
free to
gives
go.
you plenty of
Now,
opportunities
get out there
to
and
kill
go
him
wild.
if you see
Don't forget
fit,
about
you know,
protection.
to
All
doing
right,
that.
buddy?
Indeed.
I just
I'll be
happen to
certain to
want
watch
to
my
keep
back.
him alive.
Mom,
we
what
meet
did you
in
mean by protection?
we meet up with
Owen,
him later
I'll tell you
on.
when you're older.
You know, just here and there.
Hey there.
I hope we made the right decision letting him go.
And see, I move forward so he doesn't walk through us.
You've got nothing to worry about.
I suppose time will tell. Regardless, we need to move quickly. When the rest of the Brotherhood learns of Maxon's abdication, there will be questions.
At least I
If we
don't have any
frame what
more
just happened
problem with
correctly
him.
and establish who's in charge,
in my
things
game.
could turn ugly. Kels and Quinlan are the next highest-ranking Brotherhood officers.
Okay, Kels and
We
Quinlan.
need to get them under control right now.
Why do you say that?
Someone needs to make the rest of the Brotherhood fall in line.
I've
That's
been
easier
to
to do
each
if the
of them
orders come from
first,
existing
and
superior officers. That may mean keeping Kels alive, despite his betrayal, and Quinlan too. But I'll leave the decision up to you. If you see fit to kill them, I won't stop you.
Hey,
I've
so does
I've
that mean that all this
tried to
stuff is
keep
gonna
both
be
of them
mine someday?
alive.
Owen, don't test me. You're
Yeah,
on thin
it
ice,
does
young
mean
man.
that. Okay, so it says wait until she reaches Kels. And being that came from the authors of the mod, it's good to listen to them. So I'm following her. I don't go in front of her
I don't
or
know
nothing
about
because
Scribe
that's what
I
he
think she
told
loves
us
her little
to,
zoo a
or
bit
she,
too much.
the mod author said to wait. So I'm just going to follow her
2
and
in the
not
head, and I'll
go,
stay dead.
not go
Advice to live by.
forward. See, and I'm assuming it's
Hey.
okay now.
I'm busy. Please make it brief.
Just trust me when I say it's important.
All right. You have my attention.
And we're over the hour mark, but, you know, nothing I can do about that because, you know, we want to
I
see
have
the
a lot of
whole
questions
thing.
about synths, about the Institute. Would you be willing to answer a few?
You can't be serious. As I expect Elder Maxon has already explained,
I
the destruction
don't
of
care
the
for this
Institute
guy,
is simply
so.
the first stage of our operations in the Commonwealth. We'll rest when the Institute is a smoking ruin. Until then, Elder Maxon and I expect you to be at your best.
See, I've
I
never
prefer a
gotten through
peaceful
this.
solution.
Is something
I've
the
never
matter with you?
gotten
right,
through this
comedian.
where he
Give it a break.
stays alive.
I don't
I've
think he
never
gets
gotten
it.
through it.
Hold on, let me try. Hey, Kels, who's Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the Supreme Commander of the Brotherhood.
I think maybe you're a bit confused.
Surprised to see me, Kels?
Well, this changes things for you.
You've walked into a hornet's nest.
Good. So you do remember. Anything to say in your defense?
Are you going to explain why this is relevant?
You know damn well why it's relevant. I understand the hit the Brotherhood ordered on me 10 years ago. I was willing to let it go. But now
See, I'm
you come after my
thinking-
kid too?
That maybe she was supposed to start the dialogue, and maybe that's why I never, I can never keep him alive, but I don't know.
What if it is a frame job? Who would benefit if you looked guilty?
Treason is a serious charge. If someone in the Brotherhood is responsible for this, I need proof before I can act. Bring me something actionable, and I assure you the Brotherhood will deal with it.
Cut the shit, Kels. We've got the assassination order you signed. I just want to know why.
As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are.
So you instruct your goon squad to target children now?
This doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this?
It's
I'm
the only
trying to-
effective way of ensuring that they're no longer a threat.
I'm
They did
still
what had
trying
be
to
done.
get
Nothing
through
more,
this
nothing less.
with
In any
no
event,
gunplay, but
what's
it
done
just
is
doesn't
done.
work. But seeing my feelings of that Kells guy
Is there a
doesn't
point to
matter.
all this?
Boring conversation anyway. Owen, you're up.
Say hello to my little friend.
See, all I gotta do is back out, and everybody takes care of them. So, see, and then we got. I don't know if you'll see that notice where I put my little guy, but we're at the highest of with Owen we can get. So we got Owen's perk. Which means he's a follower, and so I'm gonna have to. I don't know. He's cute to have, though. I like the things he says and stuff. So we may have him for a little bit. Not sure yet, because I have a lot of followers. Dance is extra. And then we got the mother, the Owen, So that's 3 extra right there, besides the 5 followers I always have. So, yeah. And it took me a while to learn this. I still get lost in this thing.
I hear congratulations are in order.
See, he's always agreeable. He's like, okay.
What rumors have you heard?
Don't worry yourself about that. Just tell me why you're here.
Hey, Proctor. It's good to see you again.
Ah, wonderful. Since you're back, I take it you've been successful. Learning your way around?
Yeah, slowly. It's surreal finally seeing this hunk of junk up in the air. So, there's a new sheriff in town. You on board with that?
Absolutely. Sometimes I feel the Brotherhood has such a narrow view when executing its operations.
You and me both.
So he was easy
So
enough,
look,
you know.
in my absence, I'd like to place you in charge of the Pridwin.
Well, that would be splendid. Thank you for letting me know. It appears that my hopes have become reality.
Sure. Why not?
In return, I need you to spread the word about the new regime. Collecting tech is still in, genocide and extortion are out. We're doing things the Owen Lyons way again. Clear enough?
I understand. I will notify the proper parties. If I can help by weeding out the undesirable, then so be it.
As much as I'd like to stay and chat, I have other commitments at the moment.
Well, I've already taken up more than enough of your valuable time.
Steel be with you, Proctor. I promise to come back and visit soon.
I look forward to it when you do. Good to see you again.
Okay, we got that. Through that, he's still living.
Excuse me.
You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, you'd think she'd want to stay here, but...
No way. You're staying here.
I'm not worried about maintaining control if that's your concern. I need to get
And
back
we
to
can
base
come
and
up
catch
here
up with Fiona.
anytime and,
She'll send someone from the BOG to
collect all
keep
the
tabs on this
junk.
place. Besides, I've always hated this monstrosity. Whenever I look at it, all I see is the Rivet City residents who lost their homes in order to build it. And frankly, when it eventually gets shot down, I don't want to be anywhere near this thing. By the way, thank you for believing in me. I couldn't have pulled this off without you. Now that I'm back in charge, for my first official act as Elder, I'd like to formally promote you to Sentinel.
Yeah, I wanted to say, not bad, I'm only one step away from Elder, but I didn't. I think in another
Happy to
playthrough I
help.
did,
It's
but...
been an honor.
The feeling is mutual. Now, if you don't mind, there is one errand I'd like to run on our way back to base.
And then there's
Feel like making a quick pit stop?
So, what did you have in mind?
2 other
I'm gonna
quests
need
that
some
start
more
here.
in the way of details.
Control of the Pridwin and the airport is the first step, but this battle isn't over by a long shot. The Brotherhood
But the
has
goal
additional
is to
outposts in the
finish
Commonwealth, and Henry
this quest,
Caston is
and that's
still in
what we're
control
going
of
to
the
do.
Citadel and the Brotherhood forces down south. He's not gonna take this lying down, and it's safe to bet he's got long-range communication with the Brotherhood forces here in the Commonwealth. We need to check in on Cambridge Police Station in case insurgency tries to form there.
And those will be later.
If I'm being completely
If I
honest,
if I
pisses
didn't
me
do the
off that
next
the historical
gen
archives on the Pridwin only
with
devote
this
one
quest, I
sentence to my
definitely
entire
didn't do
time
a
in the
video of those
Brotherhood.
quests in the next gen. So we need to go talk to Fiona. And there's more dialogue with Sarah. We're just going somewhere so we can fast travel out of here. And of course, I'm just playing normal, but it doesn't matter if I am or not. You know, I use mods and console commands, so you can get around anything with those. Now, we can take the ship, but why? I mean, I got my own personal helicopters, so... Yeah, and then we need to get rid of Sarah. And then I believe Owen is still following. But at this point, I have kept him. He's kind of funny, some of the stuff he says, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I may have him confused with another child. Our great-great-grandson. So, we'll see. And I'm always moving around my, you know, during this.
Once you're in a fight, it's way too late to wonder if it was a good idea.
And you could have Ash. I think
Sure,
I
I'd rather
did
be
have
shot
him
by
for a little
raiders
bit, but
torn apart by ghouls.
how many followers can you have, you know?
Picked up a stash
Excuse
of
me.
fancy lad
You're
snack
back,
cakes on my
and
last
with
patrol.
Sarah.
I think I'll eat a couple
Congratulations on
and
the
trade the
mission.
rest for some
Any
other
trouble
goodies.
out there?
You missed all the fun. I'll be sure to invite you along next time.
So is it true what I'm hearing about the Pridwin?
Affirmative. Maxon and Kells are out. The Pridwin is finally ours. You probably want to send someone over to keep an eye on it, though.
Fair enough. We'll get right on it. So good news on Liberty Prime. We built the source codes you provided into a voice-activated
Okay, and
remote
then this
control.
is another
I'll give you the honors if you'd like to test
quest,
it out.
which, I mean, Liberty Prime is fun to mess around
Just
with,
head over to
but
the airport when you're ready. And
you
try
have to have
talking
him
to
as
Prime.
another follower,
If you
if I
have any
remember
trouble,
correctly.
try facing Prime's legs
And going
when you
into
talk to him.
building stuff
And let
is
me know
a
if you'd like some
joke,
company for the road.
because he's just too big, you know. But I don't
I may
know.
not know what any of this shit does, but I know if it's shiny, it's worth something.
Yeah, place through superior firepower. So that's second
Hi.
quest, and
So
then
here
we're
we
gonna get
are,
rid of her.
Safe and sound.
What's our next move?
Well, I guess that depends on you. Once you catch your breath. I've got
Now,
another
see, you
project you might be interested in.
can romance
But in the
her and
meantime,
stuff,
with the
but
Brotherhood back on track,
no,
there's no
I
reason
don't
for me to
swing
hide
that
anymore.
way.
I suppose I should probably stick
but,
around here
you
and
know,
get to
you
know
can
the
if
gang
you
a little
want.
bit better. That is, unless you want some company for the road.
See, you know, you go on to the hitting on me, and then it goes from there. But nah. And I
we ought to
have
part ways.
I
Fair
have
enough.
way too
I'm gonna
many
rest up here
followers
for a
as
bit.
it is.
Come find me if you ever want to get into some more trouble together.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for stopping by and watching this with me. Catch you later. Bye.